once again, episode 7, Mr. Proctor.
7? Yeah. Is that where we're at?
We are.
That's good.
It's not done too bad. We've not been taken off the airs yet. Off the airwaves yet.
And this isn't just a promotion, but the Facebook page has picked up and people are leaving nice comments.
They are, yeah. There's a little bit of interaction. That's great.
You make some lady laugh when she walks down the hedge.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
So, straight into it. You've been on the radio.
Well, so have you.
Have I? Oh, that was just a travel thing, wasn't it? But
you're still there, mate.
you had your own show. You got to push buttons.
I did, yeah.
So come on, honestly, were you scared?
Well, I spoke to you before I went into the studios, and you said to me, "Are you nervous?" And I went, "Nope, I don't do nervous."
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
Because if we make a big mistake, we can push pause and do it again, can't we?
Yeah.
But we never have had to because there's not that nervous need.
No, it's just two blokes having a yarn.
Yeah. But on the radio, did you have a lot of controls and stuff to do and like bringing stuff in?
It's quite straightforward. If you're from a technical background, which I am.
Yeah.
Rob, showed me setups and how to move the music I wanted to play into the playlist and things like that, and which buttons to press. So it's remembering all that. I don't know why I'm moving my arms because no one can see me.
No, but I know what you mean.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, and there's two controls for the microphone, one for me and one for the guest, and you just slide them up, slide them down, and
right.
It went all right. I was a bit nervy because I'm like, oh my God, I'm now, in my head, hundreds and thousands of people. Luckily I've got 3, but in fact
But there's that potential, isn't it? You don't know.
It is. It's something you can build, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, once you got over the nervous, because he said something interesting, that it's addictive.
Mm.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, just want to do more and more of it.
Yeah, brilliant. That's good.
Yeah.
You're good at your day job, now you can be good at your evening thing as well.
It's a nice little hobby to have that doesn't cost too much money. We won't tell the wife how much my microphone cost me.
No, okay.
But it's not like it's golf and I go for a walk round with several £100s worth of clubs and then it's 20 beers in the bar afterwards.
But
that'll come.
But you have actually done something at work as well. Didn't you interview or meet the young man with the trains?
I did, yes. Francis Bourgeois.
Who's very big on TikTok,
yes,
isn't he?
Something that I haven't got. I'm a 52-year-old man, and I don't think I'm the right,
But he's quite famous.
Yeah,
you met him through work.
He's got nearly 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Now, I've asked to interview him.
Yes.
Because that would be a great coup.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if he can share what we do on his platform, 750,000 people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that's through work because GB Rail Freight, who you work for, have taken him on, or
yes, he's a railway ambassador for GB Rail Freight.
What a perfect guy for it.
Yeah, and he's got to get back to me. He's got to check with his people that he can actually do it.
Right.
And if he does, he'll come along and he'll have a chat. Yeah.
And what I liked about your radio show was, I know you, but from doing this and sitting with you, I could tell what your mannerisms were when you were there. Yeah. But the thing just made me just think brilliant was when you said, "Hello, my name is Jamie. This is my first time on the radio. Hopefully not my last."
I know. Rob said to me, "Write some things down that you're going to say." So I wrote some things down.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of it. I just ad-libbed.
But we don't script this, do we?
No.
We just turn up and kind of... we might message each other a couple of bullet points or something, but... Yeah.
And it is... I understand, like, with the radio, here we can get away with it because we're just nattering and we just... People just know it's two old blokes, well, oldish.
Well, you.
Yeah. Just chat. On the radio, it's a little bit different because you don't know your audience and what they want. So the remit is... do a few notes, but have an idea of what you're going to talk about. We don't really know what we're going to talk about, do we?
No, but what's easy about us is when one lags, the other one pulls each other up. Yeah. And when one goes off in a direction, the other one can kind of pull you back again. But there you're kind of by yourself. But you did have... And what you keep saying Rob Dunger. Surely it's Dunger.
It's... I can't remember now. I did ask him on the show, and whatever I said on the show is the right way to pronounce it.
I didn't hear that bit. I must have been when I nipped in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever I said on the radio, which is available on jvtv.co.uk in the radio area. Not that we're promoting anything we do.
No, good on you. I hope you build this up.
Really I really want, and the positive of that, I mean, here, it's just we're just chatting.
Yeah.
And because of copyrights and things like that, we can't play music, and I do love a bit of music. So sometimes, especially if you're sitting on it and you think,
that's different.
Here's a song.
And music's a radio show. This too is us two talking shit.
And you can fill it. You can fill it with. So if you get to a bit where you don't know what to say, you can actually fill it with a song. Pick a 6-minute song, just have a refresh, and then come back and.
Okay. Yeah. So now that you are a radio presenter, do you do what's it called? Requests, shout outs.
Yes and no. I'm still training, so once I get my own show, once I've the leash is off me and I've got carte blanche to do what I like ish, I'll be having people on.
So you're just doing 1 hour a week at the moment.
Yep.
Okay. Because so we need to make a shout out, please, if we can.
Yeah, I'll do this week. I'll do a shout out, but I will just say, I've done a shout out. Well, we done a shout out on the last podcast to Stephen George Biggs.
No traffic.
Not even got a like on Facebook for
him. He didn't do anything, did he?
No.
Nah.
But I bumped into his brother in Solar and had a 45-minute yarn with him.
Yeah.
He's up for coming on.
Okay, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Might have to put the filter on.
He said, I listened to that with my mum.
Yeah.
And she laughed and said, "They know you, boy."
Because poor old my old mate Brendan Coffey.
Yeah.
He's living in Gibraltar. He's had an accident, and poor sod. He was walking behind a van in Gibraltar.
Yeah.
The van reversed, and he got caught up in all the wheel, and he's just ripped his leg, muscle, tendons, everything. So we just want to put a shout out to him, mate, let you know that loads of people are thinking of you, mate, and I hope you get better soon.
Yeah, listen to this, Brendan, and I've seen you feedback on our Facebook page, and you do follow us, so all the best, pal.
Yeah, apparently he shouted, stop, go, don't stop, and the bloke was Portuguese and just went, care? That's part of living abroad, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sorry that Prockie laughed at your unfortunate accident, and I'm not laughing either.
No.
Do they drive on the wrong side of the road in Gibraltar? I know it's British occupied, unknown.
They must do, because it's connected to Spain, isn't it? Yeah, so they do drive on the wrong side.
So even though we own it ish,
we do own it.
Well, that's another debate on the ownership of Gibraltar, but. So they drive on the same side of the road as the Spanish, or not?
Yes, they would do, because you have to go across the end of the runway to get on and off, don't you?
I have no idea.
They have to stop the traffic when a plane comes in, because the road in and out is at the end of the runway.
Oh,
there, see, you learned something with me.
It does, yeah.
Right. So, we better start talking about Felixstowe. Should we have a little break?
Yeah, we are. I think we will, mate. Just do that, because we've been flying past this already. Little break.
That's a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
We lie every time we say that, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know what yesterday was?
I do indeed.
Do you?
Yeah, 31st of January.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the 59th anniversary of the Felixstowe Floods.
So that's 59 years
69.
ago. What?
69, sorry.
69?
69 years, mate, yeah.
Right, so what year was that then?
That was 1953.
That's only like 8 years or something after the war, isn't it? Wow. Mm. So, Felixstowe flooded, didn't it?
It did.
It was a tidal surge, and there wasn't the sea wall.
No, there's none of the defences we've got now.
Yeah. And I think there was quite a lot of deaths, wasn't there? I think in East Anglia, there was over 300 people died as a result of it. What about Felixstowe?
40, 41, 42.
Oh, that's... And a lot of it was on Langar Road, wasn't it?
It was, yes. I think that there's a memorial just outside the school.
Yes.
And if you look at the wall, there's a blue line running across the top of the wall, and that marks the level the waters were.
So when you go on Langar, it's like in the bottom corner of the playground, the field, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just beyond the school
border. That blue line
border.
is the level of the water?
Yeah. That blue line represents where the water was.
Oh, okay. And I remember, like, I called her auntie as a family friend. She was scared of the water because she was in those floods. And I think there was a lot of prefabricated houses, which is why there was more deaths and injury, because they weren't very well protected when it did happen. And it was in the night, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. My mother and her two sisters and parents, they lived down the Manor Terrace end of town.
Right.
And they survived because my grandmother got them up into the loft.
Really?
Yeah.
So that would have been a single-storey building then, if you had to get in the loft. Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Wow. And I think the Cavendish Hotel was used as a rescue centre and kind of...
Yeah,
but
that makes
sense. But there wouldn't have been the communication, would there?
No, not like
now.
now.
The whole of East Anglia being in a pickle, you'd have been left to it, I guess.
You've just got on with it.
But they did, yeah.
But I don't want this to sound wrong, but they were probably used to it because they've only just come out of the back of the war, so they still had that community spirit, didn't
blitz
they?
spirit, I guess.
Yeah. I don't want to jazz it up as something.
No.
Because it's beyond. It's not there. But they were just coming, as you say, they come out of the back of the war.
Yeah.
So that blitz spirit and the community spirit and everyone helping each other was still probably strong in people's minds, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I wish that was more prevalent now as well. Is it though? Are we helping each other?
Well, we like to think we like someone sharing this podcast on Facebook as community spirit.
I think that's very community spirit, and everyone should do it.
Yeah, and I think you should. So if you listen to this, share it along, as the kids say, share it all over your socials.
Sharing is caring.
That's our motto.
I also know that if there was another tidal surge, it could come round the back over the quay at the docks, and kind of back in that way to the railway line.
All right.
I think it might actually stop at the No, it went over the railway line before, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there is still a risk of it, even though we have the seawall.
Yes.
And you get people complaining, don't you? I went for a walk and the gates were shut.
That's exactly what I was going to say, and that annoyed me. There was some lady.
That's not something that annoys you, is it, Jamie?
Oh, there's a few things. We should have a whole episode on things that annoy Jamie. Right, that'd be the longest episode we've got. Anyway, some lady popped on that Facebook page that the gates were shut all along and she couldn't walk along the prom. And you think,
there's a reason.
300 people died because we had no defence. Now we've got a bit of defence. Some lady is a bit cross that she's got to walk up extra. If you're listening to this, I'll give you £2.50 for a taxi. You can go down the other end and walk back up. No problem. Come and see me for £2.50 for your taxi.
There is that ramp now, isn't there, down near the Herman de Stern?
Unfortunately, I didn't find out until this lady said they can't even repair a ramp.
Is the ramp broken?
Yeah, I don't know who they are, but if anyone can repair the ramp for this lady so she can get on the prom,
it's a necessary thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever go down the seafront when you knew it was really bad wind and waves and stand there and get hit by the waves like a pillock?
No.
I did. It was dangerous, and I didn't realise until you see now on social media people being swept away.
Yeah.
And I think something else happened. You know when the sand and the shingle gets washed up on the prom?
Yep.
Have you seen the diggers take it away?
I haven't.
So there's diggers on the prom, scooping it up. They put it in lorries, and I think it actually gets taken away and sold.
Probably.
It has a value.
It does, yeah. That does remind me of an old story I read on the internet years ago. Nothing to do with Felixstowe, but I'm going to tell it anyway because apart from the poor bloke dying, it did make me chuckle.
Here we go.
What it was, there was a fire in Australia, I think.
Is this a joke?
No, this is a. I don't know.
Because you've not been doing well with your jokes, have you, mate?
No, but so the big helicopters were going over reservoirs and picking water up to take over and chucking in.
Yeah.
So once it had all gone, they found a man in a wetsuit dead.
No.
So what they've obviously done is in this reservoir, he's having a swim.
No.
Poor old boy picked him up in the bucket, and when they put the fire out, he ended up in this.
In the being dumped.
Yeah.
He's probably one of these people who films everything. He's more interested in filming what's going on. Oh, this could be a good shot.
So you imagine that. You know, you're clearing up the debris. There's a man in a wetsuit. What's he doing in the fire? Yeah.
So I saw something funny on the internet as well. Hang on. I think I'll try and find it right. It's something like they were talking about Aldeburgh. And there's a new Viet street food company or something, which is I don't know where it is. Beach Street, yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a comment on there that something like bollocks to Aldeburgh, the parking's like too expensive, and there's that queue for the chip shop. You ever been there?
Well, Aldeburgh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you seen the queue for the chip shop?
No, because it was the winter.
We went there about 2 or 3 weeks ago because Fat Face always have a January sale.
Is that chip shop?
What?
Fat Face.
No, that's a clothes shop.
Is it?
What?
Yeah, fat face.
Do you know what fat face is?
No, when you said fat face and chips, I just thought it was...
I didn't say chips, you said is it a chip shop?
Well, yeah, because you're on about the queue for the chip shop, and I thought the chip shop was called Fat Face.
No. Anyway, Fat Face has got some really nice clothes.
Oh, is it?
Do you know what? So they say, hang on, all we got to do, in my opinion, right, because you don't have to queue for the chip shops, as good as they are, and you're testing that, thank you, is get a Fat Face in Felixstowe.
Right.
Because we've got a lot of things now, haven't we?
We have.
Obviously, we haven't got a KFC, but that's under debate.
Yeah.
So we just need a Fat Face.
So if the local press and or one of the Felixstowe groups, I'm not going to name him, say that Fat Face is coming to Felixstowe, you heard it on Verso's Prock first.
We started it. When we put this on our YouTube channel, I will be tagging Fat Face.
Yep.
Because Mandy loves a bit of Fat Face.
So what can you buy in Fat Face then?
Clothes. I just said that.
Yeah, but what sort of clothes? Would I be able to buy a nice jumper?
Oh, definitely.
For me?
Yeah, it's a bit trendy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
We wouldn't buy it unless the sale was on.
I think the only time my clothes are trendy is when I watch repeats on UK Gold.
When you said what are the when you said what are the, I thought of Dav Wainwright, his sort of clothing. Do you remember him, David Wainwright?
That's a name I've not heard for a lot of years.
Yeah, I think he worked off and did something for Channel 4, but he used to. This is a bit weird. He used to be able at dinner time, knowing that he was going to see us later, swallow a sausage whole.
Yeah.
And then he'd go, I've had a sausage. I'd go on then. And he used to be able to bring it up again.
Don't, you get me going here. You know what I'm like.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm not into all that sort of stuff.
No, I'm not into it. I'm just saying that's the thing he did. So, yeah, I mean... And we just had a conversation on that Gen X interview about Felixstowe, and he said, "What is the problem with Felixstowe?"
There is no problem with Felixstowe.
There isn't, is there? It's doing really well.
There's some people who moan about it all the time.
Yeah.
But ignore them, block them,
I remember 10 years ago, the complaint was it's all for old people, it's all around old people, run by old people.
Yeah.
But it's not now, is it?
I'm old and it's too much for the young'uns.
Young'uns, but.
Yeah.
And bloody young'uns, they get themselves in the right state.
I beat for nights.
I beat where?
On the pier and
is there?
Beach. Fantastic for the ones who want to go. I want to go to the Old Town, see the churches and that during the day, and then have an early night.
I don't think you'd be in church, would you?
No, I wouldn't be in church. I'll see the buildings and the structure and the architecture and that, but I'm not. Yeah.
Do you know what I was fascinated by? The new bridge that's been built. There's a walkway over the railway line at Trimley.
The green one for the
horses?
Yeah.
I came round the roundabout the other day, didn't know anything about it, spotted it and went, that's like a creation.
Yeah, they built that when they stuck in the Trimley Loop.
Oh, here we go. The bloke who works for the railway company.
About 2 years ago.
What improvement has that loop made on your infrastructure?
I think we need another break now, Prockie.
Before you get boring.
No, before I get told off.
Oh! All right then, we'll go for a break.
Yeah, we think we will, mate. Right, mate. Last little part
of episode 7.
Yeah.
We've done well.
We have.
Are we going to put a cap on these?
Well, I think we should be like American TV dramas, good ones, that have 13 episodes in a season. Then we have a little break and then come back all refreshed for season 2.
Is that what you do? You have 13, do you?
Yeah.
What about a dozen, 12?
Well, 13 is nice because it's a quarter of a year.
See, you're all over this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Jamie? You should have your own radio show.
I think I should, mate. I think I'll get into that. But what we don't want to do, we don't want people to get bored of us.
No, definitely, yeah.
So if we make it 13 and that we 26 weeks, that's...
Is that 26 weeks?
Because it's every 2 weeks.
So we're halfway through now.
Yeah.
What we're going to plan to do. Yeah, I agree. Let's do 13 and we'll knock it on the head.
Now,
you'll be too busy, won't you?
Well, I won't.
You will.
I might be, but I've always got time for this, mate, because it was predominantly the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you'll be off, at Wogan House or whatever the BBC have got.
Yeah. No, don't, because a couple of my friends...
We need to go back to our roots. We're just two old drinking boys from Felixstowe.
Already think I'm getting arrogant, so I don't want to be arrogant. I want to be confident, not arrogant. There's a fine line. So, nights out in Felixstowe.
Yeah.
When we were young'uns.
Well, so I'm 49 now. So we're talking about an event that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, well, for me, this Piggy year, 1988, when I sort of just turned drinking age.
But we've never hung around socially, have we?
No, we haven't. No, we've always bumped into each other.
Yeah. Well, I think we've met in the pub to talk about code and websites and stuff.
And so you helped me build my first ever website. And you introduced me to WordPress, which I still use now. And
but you've always been out and about. How old are you then?
I'm 51. I'm 52 in April.
Right. Okay. So what? I mean, I don't remember you ever going down Bonds or anything, or.
Well, I used to go down the places where you were doorman, but Bonds I wasn't allowed in.
What?
No.
That must. What for?
Well, nothing I'd done wrong actually.
Well, it wasn't something done right, was it?
Well, no, I got into trouble because I got drunk around a friend's house.
Well, that's not why you get banned from Bonds.
But it's a story. I'm telling you the story. And I was Gareth Bolt and Ian Watson.
Okay, yeah.
So we went round Bolty's to celebrate the conception of his first child.
Yeah.
So we had a few drinks, and then when we left, I can't remember leaving.
Conception or birth?
No, so we just found out Helen was pregnant.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah, we weren't there watching.
Well, right, that's what I thought. Like, Jesus, you funny not you. No wonder you don't get down Bonds. We didn't do that sort of thing.
Yeah, so we went down for a few drinks. Anyway, I don't remember leaving, and I don't remember getting home.
Basically, you just find any excuse for a piss up,
but I didn't get home.
Okay.
I got woken up by the police.
Right.
What happened was...
Where were you when you got woken up by the police?
In somebody's garage in Valley Walk.
Okay.
I don't remember but I woke up and I was naked in an armchair.
What, in the garage?
In the garage.
Right.
And at my feet was a pile of clothes.
Okay.
And so
Were they your clothes?
Yes.
Okay.
So they arrested me for breaking and entering.
But if you're going to do it, Valley Walk's a good place.
Well, yeah.
They're going to have a good sofa in the garage.
They are. But, so, obviously, I got charged. And I'm like, well, I didn't... I suppose I did break in, but I wasn't stealing anything because I just fell asleep in an armchair. If I was going to steal stuff, would I be naked? I took my clothes off and went to sleep. They woke me up. They had to wake me up, Prockie. They had to shake me. Like, yeah. And so when I was in the interview, they said, "Well, how'd you get there?" I said, "On my bike." "Can you describe your bike?" So I described my bike. No, that's not theft of a bicycle as well. What I'd done is I'd taken Watty's bike instead of mine.
Right.
And they wanted him to phone the police to clear me. Took him 14 days.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to ring the
police.
No,
but I still got down £500 fine. Anyway, these coppers, two coppers, I think they're long gone.
So hang on, the bike was near where the chair was then?
Yes.
Right, okay.
But I thought it was my bike, but it was Watty's bike.
Right,
anyway,
okay.
So they said to me, right, we'll do a deal with you.
Right.
You're a man about town. If you tell us all the wrongdoings in town, all the shenanigans that goes on, and all the wrongdoings that go on in places like Bond, because it was and the nightclubs, if you tell us, we'll let you off.
Really?
Yep. So I said, not a chance, mate. I'm no grass.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
Right.
So I went to court, £500 fine.
Okay. And why did you choose this garage?
I don't know.
Okay. You're drunk.
Yeah, I'd come out of the passageway from Bolty's house.
Yeah.
And it was just opposite.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought Bolty's house was like Cornwall Road or something.
No, he lived in Valley Walk, you see. So when I cycled round, I just stopped.
Okay. Right, so go on then. So
I got into trouble. So then I then went to Bonds, and the owner at the time says, "You can disappear."
Pete Wally.
Yeah, and I said, "Why?" He said, "The old Bill had been in."
No.
And said that you've given him a load of information about this place.
They were probably trying to weed him out and hope that he...
And I said to him, I didn't. And even a close friend of mine fell out with me over it.
Really?
And I said, I haven't said a word. I said, it cost me £500 because I fell asleep somewhere I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And so I weren't allowed in there, mate.
So what? Because the police has changed a lot in 30 years.
The two that are on, they're long gone. I think one of them got done for... keeping drugs that he'd confiscated off school children.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the police...
I think.
The police years ago, they used to be able to kind of have a quiet word in the ear and sort things out. And I remember, I used to have a scanner as a kid, and you could hear the police. And they used to play hide and seek, like, around the schools and that. And they'd tap on a glass over the radio, 452.650, I think was the frequency.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the CT CSS tone was, otherwise I've been talking to them. But they used to tap a glass, and that meant tea's up at the station.
Oh, superb.
All come back. And I remember one night I was at home and I heard a baby on the radio being born at the 24-hour garage.
Oh, right.
Because this car had pulled into the 24-hour garage, the one on, what's the road that goes from Dock Gate 2 up to the Dock Roundabout?
Is that Felixstowe Dock Road? Or the Port Felixstowe Road
so that
or
one, the
something?
24-hour garage.
Yeah.
And he was in there and he keyed up and he went, hello, yeah, this is 3907. I'm with this lady at the 24-hour garage. All of the back of a Cortina or something, I think it was. And anyway, he keyed up again, and he's getting a bit of a panic because the baby was coming, and you could hear the lady in the back of the car while he was keying up, and he's going, VLVL Foxtrot 8 Alpha, can I have an ETA for this ambulance, please? And then the reply from control was like, they can't find you. Right, I'm in Felixstowe with blue flashing lights, the only petrol station open. Where is this ambulance? And it was like 10 minutes of nothing, and then he just keyed up. And I'm going to get hairs on me back now. He went, VLVL Foxtrot 8 Alpha, 3906. Make sure you get the spelling right for the newspaper. Baby born 010, 24-hour garage, Felixstowe. And he spelt his name phonetically. Yeah. Oh, and then he let go. And there was this great at the control room. Then he went, where's Mike in ambulance?
Superb.
They were good boys, Felixstowe coppers.
Yeah.
But not the ones that talk to you.
I got... That's just my luck, mate. I got caught sleeping in someone's garage when I shouldn't have been. That's all I'd done. Went in for a kip, no problem. Well, it is a problem because you shouldn't be going to other people's garages. I just got caught by a couple of wrong uns. I could have got... That's a very small percentage. I'd say a lot of the ones I've always had dealings with have been great.
I remember I was drunk down the beach station caravan site, and two coppers pulled up, and they said, "You all right, mate?" I went, "Yeah." They said, "You live in Trimley, don't you?" I went, "Yeah." Get in, boy. We'll take you up there. We're going that way. And I did. Yeah. And I remember them. Yeah. I was pretty drunk. They were trying to say, like, "What's going on then, mate? Yeah. Oh, you hang around with old... Yeah, I do, yeah. So what's he doing with it?" And I was thinking, you're trying to... Because I was pissed. They were trying to, like, see that they could get...
Yeah, so they weren't being nice to getting you lift down. They were trying to get you to talk. Yeah.
I remember a civilian that used to work at the police station, and she'd wait at the top of Ben Hill and get a lift home after the nightclub in a marked car. But it was different, wasn't it? You can't do that now.
Yeah. No, it was a different world then.
Yeah. And I remember Felixstowe used to be a training kind of post for people that had just passed. Yeah. And there was one guy turned up.
Used to call them YTS coppers, didn't we?
Yeah, that's it.
They used to get home with that. Oh, hello, got another YTS boy out tonight. I didn't know that, mate.
Yeah, there was a few that turned up. They didn't last long because they didn't fit Felixstowe, did they?
No.
Yeah.
So they come straight out of training school, do a little in the old seaside town of Felixstowe. You'll be right. Yeah. They come down to the nightclub when we've all had a couple of Fosters too many. Oh, YTS are in. Hi ho!
And the police van didn't have a siren.
Didn't it?
No, it was a Mark III Transit, I think. It had the flashing lights, but it didn't actually have a siren on it. They had to bid their horn going through town to get people out of the way.
But so you done bouncing?
Yeah, I wasn't a bouncer, was I?
You're doorman.
Yeah, I know, but it's only because I knew everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never thrown a punch in my life. I've never hit anyone. I've had to grab hold of a couple of people in the plage. And Dave Manning, not the Manning's Manning, another one who's doing the door, apparently I stopped him getting bottled one night because I pulled someone out of the way at the right time. But other than that, it was a tepid event.
I do remember in La Plage talking to you one night when I'd had a few beers and you were sober, and I asked you how you could do this, and you said, because I'm sober.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy though.
You are a nice
guy.
And
a lot of normal.
No, what I mean is, because when people are with drink, the reactions are so slow, and it's just...
not even that. It's just if you can spot someone, mediate with them, and bring them back down again, it doesn't start in the first place.
And talking to people, and as you say, you knew people, so you could diffuse the situation before it arose. A lot of times,
there was the fun fair turned up, and we were like, "Oh no, they're all Herberts. They're going to be fighting."
Yeah.
And I can't remember the guy's name. He ended up with a pub in Ipswich. He went over on the Saturday afternoon and spoke to him.
Yeah.
And then at 9 o'clock, we've turned up and we're going, right, should we get some more lads? He went, no need, it's all sorted. We're like, oh, right, okay, what have you done then? He went, I've been and seen him. We're like, oh, that'll help. No. I've said, send your two best men into the bar at the beginning of the night. They'll drink for free, but I'll have no trouble out of any of the others that are with you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So the two guys that were obviously the hardest, they were like, right. And there weren't any trouble all night. Not even one bum pinched.
I would have been picked.
No.
I was a rubbish fighter.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've run away a few times.
That's for another podcast, I think. Verso and Prock do running.
Verso and Prock chicken.
We've got all these spin-offs coming, haven't we? No one's jumped on the old Proctor and Verso Special Investigators.
No.
What's
that then?
Well, we mentioned it on the last one. We said we could do the Sweeney and the professionals and that.
I don't think that works. Yeah. Do you know what was lovely about doing Bonds? Was that it was before licensing, okay?
Yeah.
So people used to get us a couple of beers. So I'd have a couple of beers, start at 9, finish about midnight, and then if it was a good night, I'd carry on. If it was crap, I'd go home. I got to see what the atmosphere was like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good times. Yeah, good fun.
Well, on that note, mate, I think we'll wrap it up for 7.
Number 8 next.
Yep, see everyone on 8.
Bye.
Cheers all.